Respected friends, what an excellent chapter 53 SARGA of Utpatthi Prakaranam with so many of the informations, knowledges revealed to us regarding what happens in the subtle region, subtle horizon, subtle world. So very essential when you and I understand that we reduce our too much of slavery dependency on the gross. To that extent, we are freed from those problems also. Perhaps this is the way you and I, as a human individual jivas, have to learn and evolve. Continuing today, before that, 4 5 minutes we spend in our mantrocharana every day to bring our minds to this focused concentration from wherever it was earlier. I know we are in this busy world with so much of works, involvement, schedules. So the distracted mind has to be brought onto the subject of discussion. Very essential for both as the Vakta and Shrota. So having invoked the Bhagavad Krupa, let us start doing our study of this wondrous Shastra. Start. Om 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 ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म भक्तियोगधर्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः सच्छास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनामवरानने ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारद आदि समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्राणाम आचार्येभ्यो नमः श्री सरस्वती मात्रे नमः संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषत् योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः सांप्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरुशिष्य भक्त भगवत्परम्परादीनां ज्ञान भक्ति योग वेदांतादि प्रक्रियाणां पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं सनातन धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयाः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति मोक्ष प्रकरण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे मङ्गलाचरणश्लोकाः। ॐ यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं। ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ स्वसदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्रपरब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीवसिष्ठादिऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्रीयोगवासिष्ठमहारामायण शास्त्रं तृतीय उत्पत्तिप्रकरणं लीलोपाख्याने संस्कृतिविदितवेद्य वर्णनं नाम त्रिपञ्चाशत्तम सर्गः। श्रीवसिष्ठ उवाच श्रीदेव्युवाच Respected friends, what an important topic. So many beautiful, sublime knowledges are revealed. One of the important thing is what is going on at this grass world is not the real or ultimate. There is something sublime, higher, greater, diviner than this. Subtle level itself is there, and beyond that is the ultimate spiritual truth itself. May we be exposed to those higher knowledges, higher truths, and pursue that as the goal, so that from the grass all the problems will come out. See, the grass में क्या है? Quickly you see the results. In the same way, quickly they disappear also. Quickly the result comes and the result goes away also very quickly. Perishability. When the result comes quickly, we are affected by it, influenced by it, infatuated by it, or attracted by it. That attraction in us because of the quick results of the gross things gives double misery because after some time that is going, which we don't like. What we gained is perishable. As quickly it's coming, by the time we hold on to it, goes away. And that going away or things leaving us and going gives us so much of pain. But when you live at the subtle level and play the grass, and whenever the grass goes to the subtle, we go to the subtle, then our misery is less. Isn't it? So that's how entering into the Sukshma zone is the Adhyatmika Jivana from this Thula. Right, friends? Now, Krishna Vasudeva, this second Leela went to the Padma's place. Question asked was how Raja recognized her, how others recognized her, etc. Everything was answered. Then, because of the four reasons, everything was normal without any doubt or confusion in anybody. It's not only in the case of Leela that Upakhyanam, even in our world also, we are born, our parents, brothers, sisters, neighbors and all. कैसे हम एक दूसरे से मिल रहे हैं, प्यार कर रहे हैं, बातें कर रहे हैं, then with some ego, selfishness, लड़ाई कर रहे हैं. They all have these Four reasons only of the Niyati, of the Adhisthana Brahma, of the Chidakasha, and our own Sankalpas or Satya Sankalpa Anugraha of the Devatas or the Rishis. ये हो गई बात. Now the next question asked by Leela to Mother Saraswati is, why didn't Leela, the other one, go Sasharira to that loka? Because her Sharira is lying here only. So she has gone in the Ativahika Rupa, it is obvious. Why didn't she go? Especially when she asked you, मुझे इसी शरीर से जाना है, and you said तथास्तु also. It's a very crucial topic, very subtle. What is it? Ki even though we ask the devatas boons or any of that sankalpa, when they fulfill our desires, they do it with the conditionings. Conditions always apply, wherein they don't go against the cosmic universal rules. It's not that I ask this devata by upasana, pleased by my upasana, that devata blesses me with what I want by saying tathastu. ऐसा नहीं होता. Like the child asks the father something, doesn't father doesn't give just like that. Because there are so many other things the father has to think. The total budgeting, the need of that object. इतना सारा बातें होते हैं. In the same way, there is the niyati, there is samashti. Therefore, the answer to this question why Leela did not go with the same Sharira is not only this Leela, nobody goes beyond these Shariras to any other lokas. वहां अलग ही शरीर मिलता है, ये इधर छोड़ना पड़े. But how did you say tathas to her? Because I have different powers of giving her the same body after reaching there. And her intention is not that she wants to travel this body. No. Her intention is having reached there, she wants to be happy with her husband there. And this Tula Sharira with the swiftness with which she has to cross so many lokas to reach there, वो तो powder हो जाएगा, dismantle हो जाएगा. Right? That's why she says, Aprabuddhadiyaha siddhalokan punyavasha uditan na samartaha swadehena prapta. So those who are not awakened in their buddhi to the higher and truth reality, they cannot go to the siddhalokan, punyavasha uditan. Lot of punya when you do, then you go to the siddhalokas. To those siddhalokas, these people cannot go with the stula sharira. Swadehena prapto chaya iva atapan. Like the light and shadow or sunlight and shade, they cannot be together. In the same way, non-awakened people cannot go to Siddha Lokas. Then what is the travel of Leela? Both. Her own prarthana and anugraha by mother and her own personal karma phala prarabdha. दोनों मिलकर she. That's why she is not like a Siddha Jiva Purusha that she could know the route where to find her husband. इसलिए mother has sent her daughter to guide. That itself shows that Leela is a bhakta. Leela has her own prarabdha. Leela her own sankalpa. So that is how she travels. Now from this lesson for us also is we also doing all our sankalpa upasanas powerfully. Other side we also have our ignorances, karmas done. Uska bhi we have to get karma phala. Accumulation of all of that is when do we leave the body? How do we travel? Where do we travel? To the next loka. Who guides us? All those things are there. This is the only thing we have to learn. And aprabuddha diyaha, those are not awakened, they cannot go to the siddha lokas. And then some things you can imagine that she thinks her husband has gone to the siddha loka, then she will also follow him. He did not go to Siddhaloka. He went into other Brahmanda, which is as good as this, and he was there only earlier as Padma. She thought it's a Siddhalok में आगे मेरे पति अभी आराम कर रहे हैं, मैं इतना किस्मत वाली हूँ उसी शरीर से, I have come here. All that imagination she is there. चलता है वो. Nobody has any problem with her imaginations. She got what she wants to be with her husband. But nothing is permanent because other things will come in their own time. Ultimately, every jiva will have to understand the position of the world, the position of Deha, the Upadhi, position of the Jiva Bhava, and the position of the ultimate truth, as we saw in our common sense thought in our morning Upanishad class. So this question stands answered. Second point as an answer to this question is Adi Sarge cha niyatihi sthapite tivra bodhibihi. So tivra bodhibihi, the highly evolved Brahmadeva, the Hiranyagarbha, the Ishvara, Adi Sarga means when the creation got projected, that time niyatihi sthapite. They have made so many rules and regulations in this world as a result of karma for the jivas, etc. Therefore, that niyati established in the Adi Sarga by those Hiranyagarbhadi cannot be transgressed by anyone, cannot be overlooked or bypassed by anyone. Therefore, yatha satyam alikena namilatyeva kinchana. Like the truth and untruth cannot come together. Satyam alikam. सत और असत दोनों कट्टे नहीं जा सकते, isn't it? In the same way, one cannot disagree to the niyati set by the Ishvara and do whatever he wants or gets whatever he wants. ऐसा नहीं होता. This is another secret that with all the Shastras studied, with all the upasanas done for Uttama Lokas or sadhanas done for moksha, still what we do alone is not the hetu of the result. The niyati is working. That's why we do what is told by Shastras and pray to the Lord and leave it to His discretion and blessings and wait patiently for the results. Mastu bhatai. Then, in that niyati aspect of Ishvara or Hiranyagarbha, hundreds and thousands of things will be there, which you and I at this level, not even a drop of oceanic water, we can understand. You know, they have to serve the whole world. So they are looking for some fit equipments also. So when we with our qualities are fit equipments, then we are used by them before we are blessed with what we ask. आया बात समझ में? They need some instruments. We are fit. So they use us here and there. Otherwise, we are fully qualified for whatever result we wanted, doing whatever is to be done for it. और ऐसा कैसे इसी को नियति कहते हैं. There is an Ishvara, is a Adhishtata for the Samashti. He has his own plans to run the universe. Like in any government office, you apply for your transfer to this place. But they say your application is valid, okay, but we need you there. He'll have to obey it because he is given job by them, he is paid by them. So to our life as a jiva, with all our upadhis, is it not because of Ishwar's dena? Dena means in English, it is Ishwar's given. Ishwar has given only it is. We are not independent. Our deha, given by the Ishvara, mana, buddhi, everything by him. So we cannot be independent. So the niyati will be there. That's why the delay in the results happen. Some other result comes to us. ये बड़ा है दुनिया. That's why another reason for us. This is a very another powerful reason for us. That therefore in this world, outer, external, aupadika, samsara, with all your qualification deserving also you cannot get. Because if the niyati doesn't permit, no guarantee. Then what is the only thing where there is absolute guarantee and nobody can obstruct us is when we are qualified, only Brahma Prapti. वहाँ नियति वियति कोई काम नहीं करता. Because there we are not seeking anything outer worldly. We are seeking the ultimate reality. When the ultimate reality is sought by us, these Brahma, the Hiranyagarbhadi, they cannot hold us. Those who have the worldly goals, expectations, and that results come to us by Ishvara Hiranyagarbhadi Krupa, therefore they use us if required. But in the Nivritti Marga Brahma Prapti, वो पक्का है, कोई वहां रोक टोक नहीं सकता. Understood? Very subtle secret. If you catch it good, these are the various secrets that are specially revealed in this sarga more than any of the sargas we have seen earlier. ऑलरेडी अगर आप लिख रहे होंगे पहले से लेकर इस सर्ग में by now at least 5-6 of them we have seen. Very important informations. Okay, आदि सर्गे च नियतिः स्थापिते तीव्रबोधिभिः यथा सत्यम अलीकेन न मिलत्येव किंचन. So as the truth and untruth do not go together in the same way, the truth is only the Siddha Purushas, yogis, by their choice can select their lokas and upadhis, not the other people, like Leela, etc. That means what? Somebody having upasana done, even having Mother Saraswati Darshana, still their inner samskaras nature doesn't go away. That means एक तरफ उपासनाएं करते हुए भी दूसरे तरफ हमारे संस्कार काम चलते ही रह रहे. So what is important? Is it doing upasana and invoking the grace or exhausting our negative samskar vasana? Is it use upasana for eliminating all this? So this is how, as we study Shastras deeply, so many things are revealed to us. As much we are able to understand, so much we'll enjoy. If not, leave it. An idea is given, a thought is given, a seed is sown. In its own time, it will sprout. But with the knowledge which is gained, whatever comfort we can gain, safety we can gain, security we can gain, feel relaxed, let us use that knowledge for that. सोच लो भैया आदि सर्गे च नियति स्थापिते तीव्र बोधि भी. What is the तीव्र बोधि establish the niyati? यथा सत्यम अलिकेन न मिलति. Like the truth and untruth do go together. In that same way, the undeserving people cannot go to their own choice of lokas. Not only that, even they ask us, like Sarasama says, Devatas, we also conditionally only give. We cannot break that niyati of the higher authority. Otherwise, we will be summoned, we will be questioned, we will be interrogated, we will be dismissed. है कि नहीं? जैसे आपके घर में आपके सेवक सर्वेंट है. Some guest came. Now that guest wants to order your servant. He says, your orders, some of them are allowed, but not, I can't do everything. My master will remove me from my job. He is my master. That is his niyati. वो जो कहते वही करता हूँ मैं. समझे ना? इसी तरह हिरण्यगर्भ ईश्वरादि have set this world. All other devatas are appointed by them for our service. So serving us is not important to them. Following what is said by Ishvara is important to them. These are all secrets. Next one. Why the Ativayika sthiti quickly doesn't come? Why don't we seek that? Where are we lost? You know, this is an important, very important discussion. We touched yesterday. What I said here is कि यावद् वेताल संकल्पः बालस्य किल विद्यते निर्वेताल धियः स्तावत् उदयस्तस्य सह कथम्. Important. What is said is, when the child has got in his own mind that Betala Buddhi, okay, so the question answered in this sarga is, when you gave her the knowledge, you are her devata and she is your bhakta. With the knowledge given, Turanta, why didn't she get that I am not Stula Sharira or I am a Ativayika, that Astula Atmaka? Why didn't she get the Anubhuti or Jnana? It is for all of us, this question. Like when Guru is telling so many times about our essential self to be such and such, why we are not able to grasp it? Isn't it? Is it a valid question or not? For this Leela also, why didn't she understand her beyond the body Ativayika sthiti, like I have understood? Answer is this one. Ki yavad vetala sankalpo balasya kila vidyate nirvetala diyah tavad Udayastasya kaha katham. See, we have only one buddhi. And in one buddhi, when about something there is a strong conviction, if something about the same aspect opposite is there, he will not get confused, get understanding or acceptance or conviction about the other one. Example is in the child's chitta conviction, there is a Vetala, some unknown that Vetala is there. Oh, fixed ho gaya. When that is there fixed in him, and as long as it is, he is holding on to it. Underline this point. As long as he is holding on to it, even 100 people come and tell him, he cannot leave because he is holding on. So whether 1,000 people tell him, 100 people tell him, 10 tell him, 1 tell him, he himself inquires by himself. He only will have to come to understand the non-presence of the Vetala and drop it from his chitta. So this is what it is. Hmm. Answer to this. Uh, So he is fixed on it. That's why the more you try to tell him, no, it's not Veda. No, 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 it is there. I saw. The face was so frightening and huge hands he has got. Lambe lambe kadam te, baal bitne te, aankh to lal lal like that. He really shouted at me or frightened me and tried to grab me. He will give so many things in his mind. So with that much conviction he has got, how can he be convinced to drop the Vetala Buddhi from his chitta? So, from this example of Vetala Buddhi in the Chitta, what is the answer to Leela's tentative question? That in this second Leela, when Aham Devasmi thought is so firmly there, then how can she drop it just like that because somebody tells? It is in you the conviction, like I tell you 1,000 times. It doesn't affect because you are convinced about something else. So, listening to the data given by me, pondering over it, understanding its validity, etc., dropping the earlier wrong notion, conviction, getting the new conviction. How can I do it? You are holding on to. That is a very sublime thing that's conveyed in this example. Therefore, that is why no guru in the world of highest and whatever the level, no devata with whatever the Shakti, cannot do anything to any jiva beyond a limit. They can make the like you ask me questions. I can answer you. I can give you quotations from Upanishads, Gita, Ramayana. I can give you examples. Some yukti I can tell. Beyond that, कोई भी आपके दिमाग में घुसकर है ना वो तो ठीक नहीं कर सकते because you are holding on to, isn't it? The one who understands this sublime thing, he is a Vedantin. कि मैं पकड़ के रखा हूं कि मैं देह हूं जीव हूं इसलिए कितने बार भी उपनिषद किसी ने कहा तो उनके कहने पे फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Then okay, how सुनकर we have to bring the फर्क है ना. When 1,000 gurus teach us, it doesn't make any difference. Then we have to make that difference. We have to bring that difference. We have to, nobody. Because it is I by my choice, I am in ignorance, in my delusion, in my wrong convictions, notions. If I am doing all that, it is my own job only, again, to drop the wrong notions, convictions with the right notion, knowledges, understandings that are gained. So that's the meaning that इतने महा सरस्वती का ज्ञान को भी हरा सकता है, टुकरा सकता है लीला का मोह या अज्ञान. अब क्या करें? If I'm telling somebody something, if his delusion is more stronger than my given wisdom, his delusion will win. My knowledge will be defeated. Then I'm not Kusurwar. What can I do? That's why at home, na, problems happen. Na? The husband shouts at the wife, "Oh, the children are always with you. It is you who have to tell them now." उसको तुमने नहीं समझा उसको बेचारा बोलता है. This is the answer. She might have told 100 times that child, ऐसा मत करो. But in his that fellow's mind, if it is Conviction is so strong about something. What can she do? And the husband scolding her, what can she do? So, if that Leela is not objecting or questioning, but just is inquisitiveness, you blessed her. Still, why didn't she get that I am Ativahika Jiva, I am Brahman, I am Chidakasha knowledge? Why didn't she get it? मतलब she says, I got it ना, why didn't that Leela? She says, जैसे तुमको मैंने दिया, वैसे उसको भी दिया. तुमने लिया, उसने नहीं लिया. That's in your hands. Like 5 students are there, they are given advice. 4 take, 1 doesn't take. No, what the giver can do? Did you get the point? Therefore, though with devotion we pray to the Lord and Guru for everything, they can only give facilities. Using the facilities, we have to do what we have to do for getting the results which we want. Therefore, the prayers, devotion is not an excuse for laziness and irresponsibility. No. With responsibility, dynamically, there are some things to be done by us. That's why entire Shastras are Kartru Pradhana only. मीन्स करो 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 कुरु कुरु करो ही कहते हैं लेकिन कहीं कहा क्या तुम कुछ मत करो मैं करूंगा सब नहीं ना एवरीवेयर सो वहां भी अहम त्वा सर्व पापेभ्य मोक्षयिष्यामि मतलब मैं तुम्हें सारे पापों से छुड़वाऊंगा इज इक्वल टू नॉट दैट तुम पकड़ के रखोगे तो मैं छुड़वाऊंगा मैं हेल्प करूंगा वो हेल्प लेकर तुम छोड़ दोगे उनको isn't it? It's not that I want to hold on to Papa and Krishna Javardasti pulls us. No. What he means is, I will help you 100%. And more clearly, this thought is said in 7th chapter, 14th shloka. There he never says that, मैं करूंगा, तुम ही करोगे, he says. What is that shloka? मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते, whoever surrender to me, I will cross them Maya. हाँ, भगवान ऐसा नहीं कहते. Be careful about this shloka. He says he will cross the Maya. Maya metam te taranti. Aham na tharayami. They only cross. When they surrender to me, they cross the Maya. What is the meaning of surrender? Doing whatever I say. When you do whatever I say, you will cross it. These things are very helpful for a serious seekers, sincere seekers. The insincere, non-serious seekers are still waiting for somebody to bless. They are not wrong in a way that they are not informed well. They are not convinced well that with all my prayers, help comes. But sadhana, I only will have to do. ये तब तब कन्विक्शन नहीं होता और बेचारे चकोर पक्षी की तरह किसी का इंतजार करते रहे ऐसा नहीं होता जगत में इट इज वी हु हैव टू डू इट facilities are given by Lord. So I gave you, you received the knowledge, you did the yoga sadhana, then you discovered you are Ativahika and you are traveling with me. This lady also I gave, but she did not discover. This is it. Or she didn't ask for that. Both. मैं मेरे को मांगी नहीं है दिया तो ली नहीं है दैट मीन्स शी इज स्टिल होल्डिंग ऑन टू हर आदि भौतिक दैट्स व्हाई शी आस्क्ड मुझे इसी शरीर से जाना है एंड यू फाइनली आस्क द क्वेश्चन व्हाई डिड शी गो विद दैट शरीर व्हाई नॉट मी अरे कभी कभी जिंदगी में सोचो कि यू एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू ऑल लिसनर्स ये थॉट कभी मैं डायरेक्टली एड्रेस कोई भी थॉट आपको मैंने डायरेक्टली एड्रेस नहीं किया अब कर रहा हूँ फर्स्ट टाइम वेरी रेयरली कि दैट what you are receiving here knowledge is greater and higher. There are people who are more greater than this. It's okay. But all others are lower than this. Don't take them as authority. You are studying Upanishads. You are studying such Vedanta. Not the others. How can they become an example for us? How can they become a guide? Like in how it's in Leela's case. Array, you asked me, I gave you, you did yoga sthiti and you are Ativahika sthiti. Any day Ativahika sthiti is greater than your Adibhautika sthiti. So, asking the question about the other Leela, she is at lower layer, you are better. She asked, no, why that Leela with the body, why not me? You are in Ativahika sthiti. So, you and I also are better placed than many. Have that confidence. Our knowledge, our conviction बनाकर Keep doing sadhana and gain that inner self-confidence. We're on the path. We're on the spiritual path. It's not ego. It's not ego. It is self-respect, which protects us from, again, losing the control of our life. One of the things, along with so many temptations, which takes us away from the path is this inner inferiority feeling. उसको हमें इस नॉन सुपीरियरिटी फीलिंग कॉन्फिडेंट फीलिंग से वी हैव टू सेव आवर सेल्फ. We are not talking about we should be in the superiority complex, arrogance. No, we have to be in our balanced self-confidence level that we are studying Shastras, we are understanding goal and means. Therefore, we need not just copy others or we need not be in a vagueness or an inferiority level also. जरूरत नहीं है. So Leela, you are placed better. That was long back. 3-4 दिन पहले के डिस्कशन की बात की. यहाँ कनेक्शन है इसलिए we repeated. So nobody can do including devatas if we hold on to the stula, if you don't want to go to the sukshma. This is answered by this example of yavat vetala sankalpa bala. I tell you, example looks to be simple and serious at the superficial level. There is another comedy of it also in that. By giving that example, बच्चे के दिमाग में बेताल के लिए संकल्प है तो बेताल नहीं है ऐसा कोई प्रूव नहीं कर सकता उसको, because he is only got. What is the humor of it is what the mother Saraswati is telling, that we hold on to ourselves as a jiva and deha who is never existing. Therefore, this jiva and deha is betala only. Like that Vetala goes on frightening the child, उसको पसीना आता है, सुसु आता है. In the same way, जिंदगी भर and for lives together with this reality given to this Vetala of the Sharira and the Jiva Bhava, nothing but we are suffering only. Vetala. Based on this only maybe Ramana Maharshi ji talks about this ego as Pishacha. Vetala Pishacha both प्रेत एक ही होते हैं. एक ही मतलब थोड़ा डिफरेंस है उसमें, but they are all the subtler ones. He tells about the ego in that third or fourth sloka of Saddarshanam. है ना, धावत्य अहंकार पिशाच एषः. ये है ही नहीं, आप है करके आप मान रहे हो. ना अहंकार है, ना जीव भाव है, ना उपाधियों से संसारित्व है, ना देह तादात्म्य है. ये आप है पकड़ रहे हो. It is appearing to be there, which will be told in the next 3-4 slokas. That's why this topic being so important with so many thoughts, I am going slowly. Not only in your interest, it is there, always there, not only my interest also. That I have an authority of Ramayanam, of what we are talking in Upanishads, etc. Yoga Vasma Ramayana वगैरह में भी हमको वही बात और बता रहे. सो रूपोद्भवो रूपतति प्रतिष्ठा रूपासनो धूतगृहीपः स्वयं विरूपस्व विचार काले धावते अहंकार पिशाच एषः. When you inquire, this ahankara pisachi runs away. So he compares ahankara pisachi. Here, the example of Vetala should humorously make us accept that when I am identifying with Deha and Jiva, I am only giving reality to the Vetala. अब जब तक मेरे अंदर वेताल का भाव बैठा है तो तब तक वेताल नहीं है. I cannot reach to that understanding, even though we are studying Upanishads, listening Upanishads, told by all the gurus, we have seen the absence of Vetala there. And the example of child given is another pahlu hai uska ki whoever are seeing the Vetala and afraid, though it's not there. Just like they are the children, or children are the ones who do like that, so too, with whatever the age we have, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, still if we consider the Stula Sharira, Jiva Bhava Vetala as real, we are childish only. Aur ek pehlu. We have not grown. So how many Shastras we have studied, how many Mahatmas we have understood, heard, how many classes we attended? वो नहीं है. Have you grown from your childishness or not? What is the growing in childishness? Knowing that there is no Vetal. What is Vetala? You only, the Sharira and the Jiva Bhav. अरे नहीं है क्या? नहीं है, फिर है क्या? सर्वम ब्रह्ममय. See that power of the example. That Vetala is not at all there. But this fellow says he is there, and he does the varnan of all his eyes and hair and hands and legs and the dant vagara. So, no, it is not a new example. Because in other Upanishads and very many times we study,
The other common example of Rajju Sarpa Bhranti, यहाँ दूसरा example दे रहे for the change, that's it. There also I see in the snake rope the snake serpent. Then I see the hood of it, the fangs of it, and a bus bus कह रहा है आजा आजा काटूंगा काटूंगा कह रहा है. All of that we imagine. That is a childishness. There is nothing. Only rope is reality. Here also I am Brahman. I am not Jiva and Deha. So example is different. Point is same. So when I have the avidya, ignorance, and moha, delusion. Avidya is not knowing that it is a rope. Avidya is not knowing that I am Brahman. Then the delusion that the snake is real. The delusion that I am Jiva Deha. When I am holding on to it, how can anybody reveal the reality to us? It is our subjective thing. मैंने मेरे आत्मा वस्तु साइड पे रखे, जो नहीं है उस जीव देह भाव को पकड़ा. और कोई क्या कर सकता है उसके लिए? यू ओनली हैव टू रिजेक्ट द नॉन एग्जिस्टिंग जीव देह भाव एंड एक्सेप्ट द प्रेजेंट ब्रह्म स्वरूप. दैट इज द आंसर. व्हाई डिडंट शी अंडरस्टैंड हर आतिवाहिक एंड हायर स्थिति? बिकॉज़ शी इज कॉट अप इन अहम देहोस्मि स्थिति. मैं क्या करूं उसके? तो फिर आपका वाणी का काम नहीं किया गया. आर यू नॉट अ पावरफुल देवी? यू आर सो सर्वज्ञ सर्वशक्तिमती. अरे सब है, फिर भी एक दिन से नियति. एंड दैट फेलो डजंट वांट. व्हाई आर यू इंसिस्टिंग मी? दैट जीवा इज नॉट evolved. And this is a lesson to people like us, the आचार्यस और the वक्तास, कि जब लोगों को इच्छा नहीं है क्लास में आकर सुनने का, आई शुड नॉट डिस्टर्ब देम. गीता में क्लियरली बताया, 3rd चैप्टर 4th में, न बुद्धि भेदम जनयेद अज्ञानाम कर्म संगिना. The ignorant followers who are caught up in karma phala, for the sake of that, always they are running in the karma. You don't get lost in trying to educate him. Then on the other hand, Joshet Sarva Karmani Vidwan Yukta Samachar. You with inspiration, put him in the work. Slowly divert him from the Phalasakti Yukta Karma to the Phalapeksha Rahita Karma. So to the Bhagavad Arpita Karma. In that way you help him. Suddenly if you stop him from doing that way karma nahi hai Paramatma mein karma chodo, he'll become nikamma. He is not qualified. Everybody is not fit for the Vedanta. That's how their answer. So there Vetala example say how many things we have learned. मजा है ना? मुझे तो मजा आ रहा है. ये वाला सर्ग में कहीं और एक बार हिंदी में भी सत्संग करूंगा. There are so many questions are answered, doubts are cleared, higher knowledges, informations are given. I suggest to you all to listen to this particular sarga at least once more if possible. If not 2 or 3 times, एक बार. पिछले 4-5 दिन के सत्संग. Okay, Santo. Next one. Another question is there, which is also answered here. कि that Vetala example is continued, explained. Example of the Vetala. But the point she asked is not about the child or Vetala. She is asked about the Jiva, any Jiva, here the Leela and herself and anybody. The answer is 32. Vedal exam से में क्या सीखना है? That is said in 32. What is it? अविवेकज्वरोष्णत्वं विद्यते यावदात्मनि तावत् विवेकशीतांशु शैत्यं कुत उदेत्यलम्. अविवेकज्वरोष्णत्वं विद्यते यावदात्मनि तावत् विवेकशीतांशु शैत्यं कुत उदेत्यलम्. And then another very deep, very crucial thought. We'll try to explain slowly, steadily. You try to listen. First, aviveka, not doing the atmanatma viveka. That itself is jvara. It is itself is the fever, temperature. That fever temperature is giving rise to the heat, ushnatvam. Vidyate yavadatmani. As long as one is holding on to in himself. Here ushnata is heat. Heat is always symbol of activity, dynamism, running. So we are in the ushnata of running here and there. And because of what? The jwara in us. जो बहुत बुखार होती है ना, बैठ नहीं सकते कहीं, वो तो उठ के भागने को दौड़ने को कुछ तो कहता है, बेचैन बेचैन करता है. यू कांट सिट ऑन ए चेयर. So we are all in the ushnata. Ushnata of activity in the world. This will come tomorrow in our Mandukya Upanishad class. That ushnata of activity is there in us. Why? Jwara. We are affected by the fever. What is that fever? Aviveka jwara. So we are not pausing and doing the viveka of the Atma Anatma. That is called a viveka. Therefore, Anatma alone is Atman. That type of jvara we are in, leading to living the life only as an Anatma, working, etc. in the world called as Ushnata. So, Ushnata is extrovertedness. Jvara is taking the world as real. Hetu for that jvara is aviveka. So, aviveka jvara ushnatva. अविवेक नेम्ड ज्वर जब तक है उससे उत्पन्न उष्णता के कारण so long we are in the outer world acting that till that time the other thing tavat viveka shitamshu shaityam. The viveka is shitamshu, chandrama and his kiranas, and shaityam the coolness. Kuta udeti alam, how can it rise in that person sufficiently to ward off all his ignorance? So here in all these three, four shlokas and topics and knowledges, the crucial point that is said is what? Ki you are not doing viveka, you are holding to aviveka. Aviveka janita moha, that the jagat is real, I am deha, from the jagat I have to get sukha bhoga. In that you are fully busy. You are not yourself giving a pause to yourself, nor you are doing the viveka. When you start doing the viveka, it eliminates the jvara. It creates the शीता अंश in us. How? Same, opposite of it. When विवेक करने लगते हैं, the real Atman is understood, the unreality of the Jagat and the Dehadi are understood. When they are understood to be unreal, do we have any jvara running into the world? All pravritti goes away, no? Karma phala artham, janma, marana. The disappearance of all these jvara named samsara is called as the mukti named coolness. टेम्परेचर चला गया, आदमी नॉर्मल हो गया. सो अविवेक ज्वर उष्णम, विवेक विवेक शैत्यम शीतलता, चंद्रांशु विवेक चंद्रांशु सॉरी विवेक शीतांशु शैत्यम कुत उदेत्यलम. So what it means is what? You are not pausing, not taking a chance to do the viveka. What are you doing then? With the fully rooted aviveka in which self is never imagined to exist at all and the not self is fully taken to be real and existing. You are running only into the world. Then who can help? To make it more clear, another example. that चला रहे हो गाड़ी में जा रहे हो कहीं जाना है अब एक चौराहा आया उधर या कोई एक डिवाइडिंग रूट and without knowing yourself, without asking somebody, you have taken a wrong turn. अब जा ही रहे हो जा ही रहे हो जा ही रहे हो गलत रास्ते में जा रहे हो ना. एक एक मिनट एक एक 100 मीटर यू आर गोइंग अवे. आइदर यू शुड नो बात और पूछो ना किसी को वहां खुद विवेक करो या किसी मांगो. देन टेल ओके द प्लेस यू वांट टू गो इज दैट साइड दे विल से. देन यू गो दैट डायरेक्शन. सो यहाँ अविवेक ज्वर उष्णम. Aviveka is not discriminating what is real, the Brahmanatman or this Jagat. With that, the Jvara created is the Kamadi Vikara. About the world, etc. Ushnata is always Bahirmukha Kriyashilata. Karma, karma, karma. Viveka is what? Brahman is reality. Everything is Kalpita. Realizing Brahman is moksha. Then the Viveka Shitamsha. First, it makes a stop from all unwanted binding pursuits. Then what we are searching is found to be our own self. That is called as Shaityam. विवाह शीतांशु शैत्य. तो ये सबके लिए आंसर है. जब तक मैं खुद ही संसार में फंस रहा हूं तो मैं कैसे स्पिरिचुअल बनूंगा. Then what is the role of Guru, God and Shastras? If you ask, they tell them. Even if you don't ask, they already told and kept it. It is you who have to listen and follow and help yourself. That point is very crucial here. Okay, now this point that we are in the Aviveka Jvara Ushnata, holding on to it by our choice. Therefore, Viveka, Shitamshu Shaityam, we are not seeking, we are not getting. That is told here by Pakka words, blunt words by our Mother Saraswati to avoid all ambiguity or without any inhibition or hesitation. मुंह पे बोल दिया सत्य. मस्त वाला ये सत्य है, जबरदस्त, अल्टीमेट ये. This is the Final conclusion of what is discussed so far indicatedly. What is indicatedly discussed now directly is told. Listen to this. Shloka is Aham Prithvyadi Deha Gatirnasti Mamottama Iti Nishchayavan Yontaha Katam Syat Sonya Nishchayaha. What is the meaning of Aviveka Ushna Jvara is explained here. Okay? Aham Prithvyadi Deha. I am the Prithvi Adi Panchamaha Bhuta made Deha. Therefore, on the earth as a Sthula Sharira, only I can walk and reach to destinations. Other than this, I am not anything else. Therefore, I don't have any other capacities. Here, what is I am not other thing, I don't have other capacities is that which is even beyond Sthula Sharira, more real than Sthula Sharira, called as our Ativahika sthiti. तो मैं तो स्थूल शरीर हूं, मुझे इस पृथ्वी में ऐसे चलना है, मैं इसके अलावा और कुछ हूं क्या? मैं तो हूं नहीं ना. Therefore, how can I be otherwise? This stronghold which we have is called as our aviveka ushna jara. Like if you see, million examples I can give, wherein the human minds, intellects have got the breakthroughs. Million examples. Anything, everything is an example. Like, I am a human being, no? How can I climb the tree like a monkey? Monkey only climbs. I am a human. As long as he thought, he never climbed. बट वंस ही थॉट कि अरे नहीं, मैं भी ऐसे हाथ पैर वाला हूं, ऐसे ऐसा सपोर्ट लेके पकड़ के चढ़ सकता हूं. ही आल्सो क्लाइम्ड. ही डिड नॉट बिकम मंकी, बट ही क्लाइम्ड इट. ब्रेक थ्रू हुआ कि नहीं? So too, fishes are there in the water. I am a human being on the earth. How can I be in the water? Till that thing was there in mind, he never ventured, never succeeded. One day he understood the trick of how to swim. When he entered into the water, he started swimming. Isn't it? Whereas the swimming fish and climbing monkey are more ancient than us. We have come from them only. Finally, we were aquatics. Then slowly we became amphibians. And as we grew, just yesterday only we were monkey. And today only, na monkey bath. Sunday होता है. In the same way, see the miracle of driving a cycle, riding a cycle or two-wheeler. सच पतला टायर है वो, भूमि आकर्षण है. एनी टाइम द टायर कैन फॉल. बट हाफ एन आवर वी आर ड्राइविंग साइकिल विथ टेकिंग लेफ्ट टर्न, राइट टर्न एंड ऑल विदाउट फॉलिंग. इज इट नॉट अ ब्रेक थ्रू अचीव्ड? इफ somebody thought कि नो ऐसा नहीं हो सकता, he would never achieve. Now the latest one is what? अभी मिलियन एग्जाम्पल ये आपको समझ में आ गया. लेटेस्ट वन इज व्हाट? हाउ टू फ्लाई इन द स्काई. इट स्टार्टेड विद एरोप्लेन्स एंड ऑल, हो गया. अभी लेटेस्ट क्या हुआ? For some time in between, the parachutes, the gliders we have done, गुब्बारे. हवा में उड़ना हो रहा है कि नहीं अभी? What is latest? You can two-wheeler and car which can fly in the sky, which can travel on the road, that has come or not. These are they not breakthroughs? And the latest one is flying jackets. Flying jackets have almost come. कि उसको पहनो, उसमें कुछ भी होता है, you can fly. These are all science, technology, developed things I am giving just for the sake of creating that interest in you. But there is other picture of it totally. What is it? Without any of these scientific things, are they not already Siddha Purushas who have flown in the sky? That is the example of Leela. कहाँ से इधर आ गई हूँ? How did they achieve the levitations, etc.? It's not a joke. It's not an untruth. It is there. What is there are so many sadhanas with which they achieved it. But the base of all the sadhanas is this, that I am not the Deha, I am Sukshma Deha. As a Sukshma Deha, you can float. As a Sthula Sharira, you will be falling on the ground only. So we saw the scientific examples. But the yogis have achieved through the yoga siddhis. The base of all the yoga siddhis is Naham Dehosmi. Because as a Aham Dehosmi, what with the Deha we can do, only those we can do, not beyond that. Are you getting the idea here? Aham Prithvyadi Deha Gatir Nasti Mama Uttama. I don't have Uttama Gati like flying in the sky, etc. I am only Sthula Sharira. Iti Nishchayavan Yaha. The one who is this way firmly having that nischaya from so many lives, so many lives. So, antaha, inside his kaisa nischaya hai, kadam syat sa anya nischaya. When this firm nischaya is there in him, how can he have the other nischaya? That I am not the deha, I am the jiva. वो सुनेगा नहीं क्योंकि उसमें वो घसी पकड़ा हुआ है उसको जोर से. Another example I tell you, where is a bungee jumping, or so many of the helicopter jumpings are nowadays for the children, youngsters, hundreds of such things are there. उसको इतने हाइट से कूदने को कहते हैं, मतलब विथ ऑल थिंग्स. He says मैं करूंगा मरूंगा गिर के. This is you don't fall because you are tied with all the ropes. There is a person holding you, but as long as he is afraid, he cannot go. एक बार fear छोड़ देता है in whatever the way, then listens to that captain. They are called captain who take you along with in the gliding or parachutes. So he is able to achieve it. Sometimes the other fellow is shown, देखो वो जा रहा है ना, तू भी जा सकता. In the same way, all of us are from thousands of lives. In every life as a jiva, we enter into Sharira. After that, I am the jiva entered into the Sharira. That is forgotten. I am the Sharira. That is what is developed. Then, as a Sharira, you have those limitations. Deha cannot fly. So, aham prithvyadi deha gatir nasti mama uttama iti nischayavaan yah antaha katham syat saha anya nischayah. How can he give up that his own firm resolution because somebody is telling? Because he is holding on to. तो मैं कितने बार भी कहूं आप पकड़ के रखो गलत फहमी, मैं क्या करूं? That's the point here. So he is telling, Mother Saraswati telling to Saraswati, Leela and all of us that each jiva in his ignorance and delusion and million lives of practice holding on to the wrong notions. And he is not even stopping, pausing to do viveka. That is why aviveka jvara ushnata. If you stop pausing and seeing Viveka Shitam Shaityam, you will understand. So, in short, there is Sharira we have. There is Jiva Bhava in us. There is Shuddha Atma Vastu. आपकी मर्जी है किस लेवल में जीना चाहते. As a Jiva, you will go from one body to another. As a body, every time you will die. As an Atman, you are all pervading, infinite, blissful. अब आपका चॉइस है किससे आइडेंटिफाई करना. That is the most important thing. So in this intermediate stage is helpful always. Directly from aham dehosmi to aham brahmasmi जाने से पहले aham जीवोस्मी आने से वो travel easy रहता है. Slowly only we have to withdraw from the dehosmi. Suddenly aham brahmasmi नहीं मिलता. At least say aham जीवोस्मी. Later on aham जीवोस्मी also mithya, delusion. Because there is nothing called as jiva. Jiva is a concept. Concepts are not realities. It's a concept. It's a phenomena. Jiva bhava. With all its, like I'm talking to, seemingly little meaningful, some English I'm using, logic I'm telling, example I'm giving, and you are understanding it. With all these things happening, I, the speaker, you, the listener, both egos are mithya only from the absolute standpoint. But still, this helps us to reach to that. Therefore, we play this play. Continue. Tomorrow we'll do this. Aham Prithvyad Deha Gatir Nasti Mamottama. Iske baad bhi there are 3 or 4 questions that are answered further. Today we have seen 1 or 2. Hope you are able to catch them. Thank you. Sarvam Ramarpanam. Vaashishthaadi Gurunamarpanam. Saraswati Matu Charanarvindarpanam. Om Purnamadaha. Bol Shri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Vaashishtha Bhagavan ki jai. Saraswati Maya ki jai. Bolo bhai Sabasantan ki jai. Something beyond this Stula Sharira is real, not the Stula Sharira. To that understanding, let us awaken to with the help of this Shastra. And then start living as Jiva, less and less as Deha. देह को जितना चाहिए उतना ही दे दो. मोर देन दैट विहाय कामान्य सर्वान् पुमान् चलति निस्पृहः निर्ममः निरहंकारः देन शीतांशु शैत्यम स शांतिम अधिगच्छति एषा ब्राह्मी स्थिति. Tomorrow we are seeing that, no? The second chapter, last look. स्थित्वास्याम अंतकाले भी ब्रह्म निर्वाणम अच्छ. Oh Mother Saraswati, oh God, oh Rama, Vaashishtha Bhagavan, all rishis, please bless our intellects to drop all the wrong notions, convictions, and adopt the newer and higher and greater knowledges and wisdoms with which, from the bondage to the liberation, we are able to travel. Bless, bless, bless. If we don't deserve, make us deserve. To become deserved, whatever you want us to do, allow us to do, make us do. वी आर सरेंडरिंग टू यू। देखो, प्रार्थना भी करना, ज्ञान भी पाना, साधना भी करना। ओम। यू वांट टू स्टडी तुलसी रामायण? प्लीज ज्वाइन। बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय।